Mortal Online. You may have never even heard of this game before, and if that is true for you, I'm really not surprised. I'm about to explain to you exactly what this game is to me and likely many others. If you are one of those others, I'll likely even share my own perspective with you. Mortal Online has a first and a second game. They both share the exact core features that I personally believe don't get enough attention: hardcore immersion, an MMORPG that explores past the limits that were set onto us by the original creators of any video game. I will tell you why in a moment, why you should not turn away when I say this is an open world PvP and full loot game. That means you lose all your stuff when you die, and you can die anywhere. You see, the history of video games is short. In the beginning of all games, game developers had so many limits that they couldn't make the type of games that we see today. This is not uncommon knowledge. What if because of this, we have come to enjoy games that have limits because that's what game developers have made so much of, making us think that it's normal and that this is true final gameplay. Mortal Online 2 surpasses the limits of any other game I've seen or heard of. It's a true open world with no loading screens in between areas, and I think that this will only become more vast and enhanced through time. It's like you're delving deep into an unknown world and you are there to make it your own. Isn't that the point of games? In Mortal Online 2, prepare to face greater enemies than in any other game. Your colossal foes are dangerous and merciless. For you to take on one alone lacks the realism that no other games seem to really have. It could take up to a dozen or more people to take on some of the bosses in this game. In Nave, the fantasy world in Mortal Online 2, there is such a rush of gorgeous realism, immersiveness, and danger as if you were standing on a planet millions of light years away from Earth. A true role-playing experience actually, which really is within the definition of an MMORPG. The world is so vast and panoramic. Within it are treasures, secrets, and battlegrounds that have yet to unfold and occur. People say it is not a hand-holding game. I can translate that for you to make it seem less harsh. In order for a game to be a game, it must have levels of difficulty. We wouldn't enjoy them otherwise. People nowadays are even starting to admit they're getting bored of all games, yet are still searching for alternatives to fulfill their boredom. I personally understand why I cannot get bored of this specific game, Mortal Online 2. I won't say that this is not a hand-holding game, but nor will I say that it is. I'll say it's a game ahead of its time, or perhaps we're finally learning what games should be, at least from my perspective. People love games because they love to escape from reality, or at least take a break from it. The best break from reality would be to indulge in something equally as realistic and fulfilling, but in different ways. This game can be for anyone, and some may disagree when I say this, but it can even be enjoyable for people who want to play it merely for fighting against the AI. But first I'll tell you what makes this game shine so bright to me. Where it seems as if everything and everyone may be out to get you, there is usually light that shines bright within the dark cave that you crawled into. So when people ask if there are many people who will just kill you in this game, take all your stuff, and make your time here miserable, I wouldn't say yes or no, because both of those answers don't fully explain it. And even if that were the case, there's always you and many others in the world of Nave preparing or already prepared to fight against the ones that bring such havoc. Your name matters in Mortal Online 2 in the world of Nave. There's a lot of politics in the game. Guilds will battle over territory, resources, and hotspots for fortune. Some guilds will even enemy other guilds merely because of their playstyles. Some guilds will declare war on other guilds because they will kill too many random people in the world, and to them that is not okay. It comes to a point where guilds prioritize war with each other over the randoms that lurk the lands. Lots of the time you won't even have to fear over anyone killing you if you're not in a guild, or as long as you aren't wearing the most expensive gear in the game, which can sometimes be risky, but that's not always needed to wear the most expensive gear in the game. Like there's so many different kinds of gear you can wear that they all have their levels of quality. Standing alongside others matters in this game, and that's a part of realism. Aren't most MMORPGs trying to be fantasy or medieval? Imagine in medieval times, one person taking on the whole world. It wouldn't really work, right? You would need many friends and allies that share the same beliefs, ideas, and passions. In Mortal Online 2, expect that guilds will be able to control actual cities of the game and even build their own, like they're building an empire in an actual 3D MMORPG, which is pretty cool. The systems in place are better than any other I have ever seen. Apparently, millions of crafting options are available that I haven't even got close to seeing the depths of. There's also alchemy and cooking, which from my personal experience and after chatting with the community is super vast with secrets and possibilities. The economy seems strong in the sense that it completely relies on the player base for it to be thriving. You won't be able to master everything on your one character. You'll have to rely on other people in the game to do things for you. Yet you will still be able to experience fantastic gameplay anyways, just as if you mained one class in a different game. You can do lots of things in this game just by yourself, but you gotta find a way to bring other people into your own gameplay as well, just as you'll do to them. The balance of this game actually really impresses me, and I feel like you will enjoy it and everything else about this game as much as I have and still do. There are 4 races as of now in the game. My preferred race is an alvarin, who are similar to elves. There are also Thurzars, similar to orcs, Ogmirs, which are just a unique race. Then of course humans. I'll probably make another video going more in depth about the game if I have positive feedback for this one. But there are also many other YouTubers who make content for Mortal Online 2 that are very good at what they do, and they provide quality content. If I interested you at all, go check out the game. I know it'll be worth most people's time. You can even drop your Discord in the comments and I'll add you up, teach you a bit about the game, as I know that one thing is that you need to learn this game from someone else, and if you don't do that then it can be difficult, but at the same time that can be enjoyable. It was for me when I started, and then I had a guild teach me and that just made it way better. Anyways, I hope I sparked an interest within you. This is Mortal Online 2 by Starvault. I think this is the future.